Hello, welcome to Headline This, episode 11, and today we're going to be talking to Leigh Thorne about his upcoming short film, Silent Hill: Road of Guilt. He's from the Jersey Channel Islands, and we've spoken before about his cosplay costumes and his film props. Ghostbusters jetpacks? No, hang on, I'm going to get slaughtered if I say jetpacks. It's a Ghostbusters proton pack that he built last year, and he followed that with a short film called The Ghostbuster.
Guys,
What have you been? It's been going crazy here.
I got caught up with something. I think you better suit up.
And here we go. This is Leigh Thorne for episode 11. It's been a while. Feeling a little bit rusty. How does Rusty feel about that? So I am now here with Leigh Thorne, all the way from Jersey.
Jersey Channel Islands.
Jersey, a little bit. Every time I look at the map, I look at Jersey Islands, and I think you're further away than I think. But at least you're on the same time zone. That's
Yes.
Leigh, you're here to talk about Silent Hill: Road of Guilt, which is a new short film that's coming out. When's it coming out?
Mm-hmm. Well, we haven't got an exact date for it, but it's getting close now. Yeah, it's one of those where because of the COVID situation, it's really slowed down a simple shoot, but for the better, because it's meaning lots of extra work is going into the sort of pre-production of it.
You're not feeling the pressure to just squeeze it all in.
We don't want to mess it up. I've been a Silent Hill fan since 1999, since it came out. And, I bought the first game on the launch day.
Mm-hmm.
I was actually, I was sent home ill from work, and I walked past HMV, and I popped in and thought, right, I've got to spend a week in off the site I was working on at the time. And a new release had just come out called Silent Hill, and it was sitting there, and the artwork on the front just sort of spoke to me, and I thought, oh, that looks cool. Picked it up, and I've been a fan since then. So the fans, you don't want to mess with something like this. So
yeah,
I want to take my time.
Take your time, and so that you're looking at 21 years now.
Yeah,
so,
yeah, something like 1999. So yeah.
And I've had a look around. I've had a look on the fan sites and the various areas of Reddit, and there's a lot of chatter, a lot of talk. They really like to go in deep with the lore of Silent Hill. A lot of theory building.
Yeah.
So where does Silent Hill: Road of Guilt fit in with all of that?
So being a fan of the material, the games, the films, well, not the second film, so to make sure that I'm on record to say I don't like the second film at all.
We'll skip that.
But the comics, there's so much material out there. So Road of Guilt, what it was, it originally came around was I'm a cosplayer. In fact, you've interviewed me in the past about cosplay.
We have, yes.
And because of COVID and all the conventions being sort of closed and nothing going on, originally was my new costume I'd built. Myself and Ruben were going to film something just to make a sort of an online cosplay thing regarding my Red Pyramid head costume, or that Red Pyramid thing from Silent Hill 2. And Ruben and myself, we've started working with each other a little bit more recently. We originally met on some failed projects. We keep bumping into each other, and so we thought, well, let's work together and do some stuff. We did a little short called The Ghostbuster, and That was just because we wanted to show my proton pack off that I'd made. And it went down really well with the Ghostbuster community, because what we wanted was, if you go onto the internet and you look at fan films for any franchise, you'll find that it's always the same stuff. It's always the same material. It's with a Ghostbuster, it's always people trying to be funny, which you're never going to be funnier than the original cast. So get rid of that. You're not Bill Murray, so don't try and be Bill Murray. And it's always like this 80s comedy. Well, we're not in the 80s, and to be quite honest, the idea of running around chasing ghosts is actually quite a scary idea. So it's quite dark. So we went with a dark route with that.
Yeah.
And we worked together on it. And the originally people were a bit kind of, well, we're not too sure we like the idea of you messing with a child-friendly film and making it dark. But when it came out, and it was only a little snippet because we've got a lot more to come, but COVID cancelled it at the moment, and they loved it. And that was kind of the same idea. So Ruben said to me, look, Leigh, I know you want to film your Pyramid Head costume, but let's do it properly. Have you got any material? And I said, well, yes. I wrote a feature film called Waking Hours. And with Waking Hours, the main character is Channing Clark. He's a photographer, and he gets into this world where I tried to write it in a way of fixing all the errors the second film made, but I really liked a lot of other things that were in the films and the games, and I tried to combine them together. And knowing fine well that Red Pyramid from the second game, he's a character that can only exist with James Sutherland. So, because, without having too many spoilers, anyone who hasn't played the game, but Red Pyramid and James are connected very closely. So, what it is, I said to Ruben, I can take my feature and I can take some scenes from it, and I can adapt it in a way. And I'll take my other costume, my James Sutherland costume, and I'll take the Red Pyramid thing costume, and I'll write a little short which involves these two characters that basically is a series of costumes because there's no conventions, and that's where it originated from. But it's sort of started turning into a real nice little piece actually. It's coming out quite well.
That's what I like to hear. I mean, it's an evolutionary process. You can't just, like you say, COVID is doing you a favor because it's giving you a chance to really flesh it out nicely with the quality that you worked with on that Ghostbusters film. I mean, it is an eerie piece. Schools are pretty scary anyway at night. When there are no children in a school when it's closed. Even my wife said it when she saw this. It is an eerie place to be. So going from the Ghostbusters to Silent Hill, it seems like a perfect evolution really for you to work on something like this. Yeah. The pyramid costume that you made, the first one I think is probably one of the most successful videos that you've got on your DAX79 YouTube site. It's the actual making of Pyramid Head was how I rediscovered you. Wouldn't have known that Leigh Thorne was out there if it wasn't for that Pyramid Head making of. And so that's taken you several years to make that, right? It's taken.
No, I mean basically the film version of the helmet, which so the film version from the movie, that character, that Pyramid Head, has no connection to that Red Pyramid thing from the game.
Completely different.
They're different characters completely. So in the film,
gotcha.
Pyramid Head, or the demon, he's more like a bit more like a pinhead in Hellraiser. That looks after, who looks after Alessa, sort of the
That's it. Yeah.
the good part of a lesser, which is hiding out or is underneath the hospital in the films. He's like a sort of character that looks after her. So that, in some ways, this is where a lot of the fans have a lot of arguments, because it's a part of me that really likes the idea of that, because you could never have a film. See, where I saw it was, I wanted Silent Hill 2, the movie, the new film that was supposed to be the one, Revelation.
That's it. Yeah.
Yeah, I really wanted to see Sean Bean.
Yes.
Walking into Silent Hill, into the other world, looking for his wife who's gone missing.
A direct continuation.
Mary character from Silent Hill 2. So Sean Bean was James, and then you had Mary, which was Rose in the film. Yeah. And I really liked the idea of that, and that would have been the film I was looking forward to. Then they got rid of it. Funny enough, the very last scene, pretty much, when they started dropping in all those little scenes at the end of the second film, one of them is him walking into the thing. And as I say, it's Silent Hill 3, the new film. Christopher Gaines is actually admitted that he's working on it at the moment, and that will be coming out. So he's obviously working pre-production, etc. So he made a really good first film. So I think when the third film comes out and him having taken the reins again, and it's going to be, to me, I'm really looking forward to that. But with the films, they kind of had this idea that Pyramid Head was like this kind of pinheady character who's there and he's doing his thing. A lot of fans they won't deal with the fact that, that there's different versions of him in the films and in other things. And that's kind of why with Road to Guilt, when I wrote it, I brought James in, so it would kind of keep everyone happy with the fact that we've got these characters. If I'd taken Channing Clark from my feature, I mean, in a short, I don't have enough time to explain the different Pyramid Heads and why they're there and what's going on. So therefore, I thought if I didn't have James in this short, instantly people are going to be really unhappy. So I've taken James, taken Red Pyramid, and then I've put my own spin on sort of my own theories I've made up over my years in my head. And when I say my own theories, it might upset a few people where I go with it, but the thing is, if you go onto YouTube and you type in Silent Hill fan films, it's all exactly the same. It's usually starts off in the middle of the scene, they're through a shopping centre or running through somewhere, a nurse pops up, a Pyramid Head top pops up, they have a bit of a fight, and it finishes. There's one called Rot, actually, which is on YouTube, which is really good. I liked that one, but I kind of felt like they did the sort of the Pyramid Head, the Pinhead thing where he's only in it for a very short time, and it would have been nice to have had a bit more action. But that short film I really liked, and so looking at what everyone was doing, I thought, wouldn't it be nice, like with the Ghostbuster, to do something completely different? It's a different spin. So yeah, it's been really interesting to hear us read the comments online. So there's been a few websites, Bloody Disgusting in particular, picked up on it and have really been publicising it. And then it's been getting translated into multiple languages. So obviously I've got my Google Alerts popped up. So every now and then, an alert on it, and I go over and I see it in Italy, and I see it here in Italy, in different countries, and the comments very kind of mixed. There's like it's straight down the middle in a way. It's like Pyramid Head's blade came down. Half people are like, yeah, this looks great. I really like the look of it. And then the other half are like, it's nothing like the game. It's not it's not got the right feel and style.
It's not what they want, and they're in their own head. I mean, it's interpretation. Every interpretation has to be unique in its own way, and you can't expect to make a film for everybody.
Well, that's what I'm hoping for.
Yes.
At the end of the day, I've been a fan forever.
Yeah.
And I know what I love and what I hate. This is like the letter from Silent Hill in my restless dreams. This is a sort of a love letter from me. It's got some of my costumes in it.
Yeah.
All the props and costumes, everything's been made by myself. And
yeah.
I'm putting a spin on it, which is inspired by my own. You know, I live and breathe Silent Hill since 1999, and it's my own opinion, and it's just a little thing where people can watch it and enjoy it. You can watch it and don't enjoy it, and trust me, if you don't enjoy it and you watch it, I'm going to premiere it on YouTube. And it's going to be on there. I've already had people contact me asking if it's available on DVD and Blu-ray for the hardcore Silent Hill fans who collect them. I might do a limited run of some sort with some features just for fun. If they want to keep up on top of that, I'll probably put a thing on. I've just made a Silent Hill Road of Guilt Facebook page, so people can like on there, and if anything happens, I'll pop it on there. But the idea is, the reason why I'm putting it on YouTube in particular is I love the comment section. Yeah. And I want people to be honest. Yes. Watch it. Yes. Even if you hate it, say, I didn't like it because of this. But if there's anything you do like, let me know. Yeah. Because if I get the opportunity, I could write Silent Hill stuff forever. I love it. And with the Ghostbuster, we've filmed one short piece which you saw, and I've actually written another sort of 5 or 6 parts to that, which bulks up to a full story. We've not been able to film it. It's had a couple of reads by the head Ghostbusters who are overseeing it. I'm doing it, and they're checking it and seeing if they agree. But I love writing. It's something I've always done. So, you know, it's a fan project. I am a fan. It is from me for people to enjoy.
I think if more people did it with the spirit of acceptance, then, you know, it would spur on more imagination, more ideas would come from it. And I think there's probably a lot of fear out there for people who do have ideas about what other people think. But yeah, I don't know if you remember, but when The Matrix came out, I'm sure you're familiar with those films.
Oh yes.
Yeah, they had the Animatrix, which was a series of shorts which were made by professionals, and I believe some indie inserts were in there. And it was all put together as one piece, one after the other, and it seemed to be so interpretive, and it's so different in many ways. There was a lot more acceptance, I think, for that at that time, more so than the actual sequels.
Yeah, I think the problem is at the moment is that people now, anybody pretty much pick up a camera, and film. Edit. You mean you can get DaVinci Resolve editing software for free off the internet? You can,
now,
I would have dreamt of that when I was younger.
Amazing, isn't it?
You can film. Yeah, you can film on your phone. I mean, my phone has got a 4K camera on it. If I stick my little gimbal on this and I stick a little lens adapter on the front, some of the footage off my phone can look better than anything I could have dreamt of 5 to 10 years ago.
And in a way, we're kind of that generation where we grew up kind of in transitionary periods for film. I mean, we started off with the 8mm cameras, probably even VHS-C cameras, And we didn't have anywhere to put them. We just shot film and thought, okay, this is nice, but we couldn't really do anything with it. Now everybody can do anything. Do you feel as though that the technology is too available, that it's kind of, you can't see the fine line? No,
because I think what I like about it is the fact that anyone can do it.
Yeah.
It's just we need to just open up their minds. But when I say anyone can do it, and if Ruben was here, because obviously he's the cinematographer of us, he's and he said it many times, and it's so true. I mean, we're filming this one on Blackmagic at the moment, and it's so affordable at the moment. I mean, it's such an affordable, digital is so affordable, but if you were to give the same setup we've got right now to Ruben, and you gave that exact same setup to Dave next door,
yeah, totally different results.
And you get completely different results.
So
because you need to know how to color grade, what settings to have things on to get that raw data. And Ruben he's extremely talented on that side of things. So and
so there's still a lot of creativity needed to get the results on the screen. Basically, there's still a lot of talent.
You've got to know, I mean, I'm learning a lot of. I film a lot. I do sort of YouTube and things, but I'm not massively amazing at my special effects and things down that line. But I am learning, and I think I don't believe anyone will ever be fully skilled. I don't even think Steven Spielberg's ever going to be like, oh, I know everything, or Cronenberg or anyone. They're always learning as they're going along.
But you're also surrounding yourself with the right people as well. That's important. Very important.
Yeah, well, that's what's been very good with these projects actually. So I've been doing short filmmaking for a long time now, but I've been really enjoying just. This has been a lot more personal for me. I found, in when I work with people, sometimes it's hard to explain. When you've got an image in your head, and you've got a lot of people around you, I think the perfect person is Lynch actually. Of
course.
If you just trust him, just say, look, this is what we're trying to get. Right, just do this, this, and this. Film it, and then it gets edited, and it comes out right. But sometimes, if there's too many alphas, as it were, too many people trying to get something going on, it kind of you still have a good product, but you just can't quite get. You look back and go, it's not quite what we wanted. That
Yeah, because the vision is Lynch's, and if you're starting to question it or try and infuse your side of things, then that vision gets obscured and it's not what it's supposed to be. So yeah, there's always going to be one captain in the whole ship, and the rest hopefully will trust and follow.
Yeah, it's been a very interesting, because I say with this one, myself and Ruben we've been working together, but the workflow has been really good. When just seems that we're on the same page.
Yeah.
And the Ghostbusters, a good example, that's kind of our sort of test project with each other, because what happened there was I'm always trying to do fan films and little things, and I do find myself banging my head a lot because I just can't get the product done, or we start and it fizzles out or fades away, or people think, oh, because it's not.
Oh, you don't have to tell me that. I know that one.
It's just
crazy,
yeah. So when we did Ghostbuster, funny enough, that only took 4 hours of filming. That was it.
That's all.
It was so guerrilla style. We went into the school. We both knew what we wanted to get, and the best thing about it was like, I put the kit on, and we'd let's do this scene. This is what we need to do. This is what we need to do. Film. Oh, you got it. Over the shoulder. Got this. Bang, bang, bang. Right. Next. move on. No dossing around. Just, we got the shot,
Perfect.
move.
That's
Got
it.
the shot, move.
Yeah.
And we bang, 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 bang. And we got through, and it just fell together so nicely. With this project, it has been a lot. It's been a lot more because of COVID. It really has been that we keep getting, because obviously we have rules and regulations on the island.
Yeah.
You can't mix with people. You can't do this kind of. Ruben, he's just had babies, so we didn't want to risk any kind of, you know. It has been a interesting shoot. But
well, with Ghostbusters, it was just
but
you. It was just you, and you don't need a big crew on that thing. You just need you and Ruben, somebody else to hopefully hold the boom mic and to get the lighting.
My dad.
Yeah. Oh, that's perfect.
Yeah,
I mean, that's why we have family. We have to keep them trained. But
had my dad was slamming doors and dragging things, and the ghost in that, which is not credited, is my daughter. So when there's the creepy girl and the ghost, that was Megan.
Good for her. Good for her. Get her involved. That's why we have children. We need people to hold them, hold all the equipment. But with the Silent Hill Road of Guilt, you've got other actors involved. You've got probably more elaborate setups that are required.
Yeah, so because I don't want to spoil it. We have got there is going to be transitions and stuff, and we have multiple actors, but not many. Once again, this is another thing that happened with COVID. We were going to be shooting, then everything got shut. The island got shut down. What I do is when I write a script in my head, it might sound amazing. Then what I do is I do a video storyboard where I actually draw out all the shots.
Yes.
And then I'll go into Premiere. I'll drop the frames into Premiere, and then I'll find a bit of music, and then I will talk the lines out and put the lines in, and I'll cut it together and make a little video. And when I originally, the first draft or second draft of the script, I made this little short, and it was boring. It was like, oh dear, oh God, what have I done? we've got people all lined up, ready to go, and I said to Ruben, I said, this ain't going to work. We need to do something, and we both came out with the exact same answer. So we went away. I did a little bit of tinkering, and we came back together. And the next draft, or draft 3 by then, I guess, it
lit up. It lit up both of you. Yeah.
And that's a good thing about us working together. It's that honesty between us, but not knocking each other down.
Having that connection on the vision and making sure that you're both on the same page is so vital. And when you're honest about something not looking right, you need that honesty. It
doesn't matter how much I love my Silent Hill material. The fans, I mean, we've been going through a hard time recently. I mean, it's February the 10th, so we're probably on our 8th, 9th rumour of the month at the moment. So
rumour of the month.
There's always
rumour of the month.
3 or 4 rumours a month about.
We should have a segment on here, rumour of the month. Yeah.
Rumour of the month.
Just do you shoot them down? Do you actually comment on these rumours, or do you just let everybody just go for it? Let them fight it out.
You know what? As a major fan in the franchise, I'm actually very quiet online, because I just you know when you've got your own opinion, and I'm very happy with my little Silent Hill world. I'm very happy there, and I'm not I don't want to get into arguments online with people, because I know how all the Karens get together on the net, and they'll pin down somebody and destroy them, and I'm not really up for that. So
it's not the way to be, is it? It really isn't.
No. So I just listen to the rumours. I get excited from time to time when something seems to be too good to be true. I mean, Akira accidentally saying something the other day, and then all the videos coming down. That was just this week. he was asked if he was working on anything, and he said his words were, and I watched the interview, so I'm happy to have seen it before it got taken down and nobody can find it now. But he said, I'm working on a project, and it's with Sony and Konami. I'm working on a project, and it's the one you've been waiting for. And everyone went, oh, it's got to be Silent Hill. Oh, and then 6 hours later, the video is down. Akira's gone dead quiet. It was his birthday as well. He probably got a nasty letter from Konami. And, it's one of those...
It's so hard not to get him, because he's probably really excited about a project, and he just wants to share it. There's something about working on things in the background quietly without telling anybody. You kind of feel as though people need to know that you are working on something. To keep yourself relevant, that you haven't just disappeared. You've got to keep yourself, because you're trying to build yourself up on your profile, and every video that you come up with is going to get hits. And if you're too busy doing a film and you get all quiet, then they're going to want to know what's going on with Leigh. Well, Dax79 even. They only know you as Dax79, right, on YouTube.
Yeah, they do, really. Yeah. Well, this is the problem at the moment with with COVID and that. I'm working on a stupidly ambitious project, cosplay project, and there's actually a convention that's over here in the Channel Islands called Galaxy. They're doing a cosplay competition, an online cosplay competition, 1 year after last year's event, the February event. And people are asking me, what are you entering? What are you entering? I've not actually got anything built, because I've decided to start building something that's far too big, far too much hard work, and obviously I've got a full-time job. I'm the only ICT technician at a school, and they've all have to keep going online, and so I'm like working harder than I've ever worked before, and I'm building a stupid costume. So yeah, I've gone a little quiet online recently with the cosplay world because you've got other fish to fry and you've got work, and so it always it's always in the back of your mind, isn't it, that are people wondering where I am, and just say I'm here. Just wave every so often, do a little video and say, hi, I'm still here. But I looked to see your popular videos on Dax79, and it seems as though that the technical questions and how to make a brick of cocaine is actually probably the most important thing that people need to know these days. And I can't believe that. So that one, this video actually has been a very funny, interesting story to my YouTube career, because it was actually Andrew McGinnigal made a film over here called The Drop, it got renamed. It was Birthright. That's the one. There's a film called Birthright, and what happened was they needed bricks of cocaine, and Andrew and his friends had been trying to wrap up flour into cling film and not doing a very good job. And I said, I know how to do that. It just makes sense just to wrap some cling film around it, cut the paper off, and then tape it up, and jobs are good. And I went onto YouTube, and nobody could do it. And I thought, and then I made one, showed it to Andrew, and he says to me, oh, you need to put that video on YouTube and show people how to do that, because I searched everywhere and couldn't find it. I said, oh, okay, I'll do that then. Yeah. So I made this one little video. Well, what happened was YouTube came after me. As in, I nearly lost my sight. Oh, man. Because some bots or something, I don't know what happened, but apparently I was showing people how to make cocaine. Then I had to fight my corner, and it's very hard to argue, or should we say, discuss anything with YouTube when there's no human beings there. So I'm trying to contact them saying, look, it's just a video on a film prop. And the thing was, if you go onto YouTube and you look at all this and type in film props for guns, explode, everything, it's all there. But for some reason, this one video had caused a problem. They removed it, and then I actually contacted them and said, "Hey guys," because when they removed it there, it messed up its locations on other sites where it was to do with the film.
Yeah.
So I said, "Is there any chance I can put it back up or whatever?" They finally came back to me and said, "Well, we've had a human, because it was a bot that had originally done it, and it had been flagged by the public. We've had a human watch it, and they've agreed it's okay. It's still in this bad category." And what really sucks is any money that I make off my YouTube videos, that money, I don't make a lot, but that money helps me make more videos.
And that being your biggest... Oh, man.
So for right now, that one video would be really helping pay for my EVA foam for this costume I'm making at the moment. But they've done it so it's still making money, but this is where it gets funny. It still makes money, but YouTube gets the profit, and I get to keep the video online.
That's sneaky.
It's
that's
a little There's
legal loophole.
Yeah, there's a red, there's a yellow, and a green on when you're making your money in your options. If it's on yellow, it means that you get like 3p. But anything else, if anything's made, of course it's getting made. It goes to wherever YouTube. So
that's
so yeah.
But it's a matter of control, really. They're just trying to control your content, because you could be making anything, you know.
But I'm just a little guy on the net. I mean, if you look on YouTube, I mean, I've got a few subscribers and I get a few hits, but nothing compared to some places and people. I just think it's very petty that this one video that is doing quite well, but I just find it funny because, you know, it's just me wrapping some flour in cling film, and for some strange reason, it's totally wiping out my videos. So I'm just getting known as Scarface at this time.
Well, they say in the industry, you know, bad publicity is also good publicity. So you never know. But right. So, are there any links that you want to drop by for listeners to click onto to find? Of course, you mentioned the Facebook page for Silent Hill. On Facebook, there's a Facebook page. If you just type in Silent Hill Road of Guilt, or @ Silent Hill ROG, ROG. That does that. Then there's also I've been putting images up of props I've been making and that on my Instagram, and I've got my DAX79 cosplay page on Facebook. That's right.
But I've got all sorts. I mean, literally, if you just Google DAX79, you'll find whatever you need to find. Yeah. But yeah, no. It'd be really good if people just keep an eye on this. When it comes out, have a watch, and just enjoy it. It is my own spin, is the best way of putting it, my own spin when it comes to writing a Silent Hill story. And I don't want to, it's within the game universe, so it is there is James, there is Red Pyramid, but just enjoy a new spin, a new take on it. You might not like it, you might like it. And if you love it and you want to see a feature film, well, everyone put your money together, come and see me. I've got a feature sitting on the side there. Contact Konami, tell them to let me take over. I'll sort it all out. Yeah,
absolutely. Yeah, you're working your heart's in the right place in the project, and I think it looks fantastic from the teasers already. So I'm really looking forward to it. Of course, I will inform my listeners when it does get released, and also I've noticed on your DAX side, if you do want to support Leigh in any way, you can also support him with Ko-Fi. Ko-Fi is that that cute little buy Lee a cup of coffee, to help him on his way, and it's a fantastic little thing.
Yeah, I've set that thing up, and I've never really known what to do with it. I've set it up, so I'd love a cup of coffee. That'd be really nice.
Yeah, I saw it and I thought, you know what, I'm gonna sign up for that as well. And it's every little helps, as they say. So that's the way we're going.
I've always said, as a cosplayer, there needs to be one set up where it says "Buy Lee a glue stick."
That's it. Because that's all you need. Or in this case, for Silent Hill, you need barbed wire. Some razor sharp barbed wire.
Yeah, that'll do me absolutely fine.
Fantastic. And that was Leigh Thorne. Thank you so much for listening. And you can catch Leigh Thorne on his YouTube channel. He posts quite regularly on there with new updated videos. If you're into crafting or creative stuff to do with filmmaking, he's your man. He's the guy you need to go to. You can learn a lot from him. You can also check him out at the dax79.com website, and he is on Instagram as Mr. Dax79. This has been Headline This. I've been Stephen Radford. I'll see you all again soon. Thank you.